Hi friends, myself Dr. Sonu Pamar, and I will be telling you some of the important topics which you can find up in the AIMS exam. So first of all, if I tell you regarding the recent pattern and all which I have seen up, there are a lot of questions from the mycology in the recent exam of AIMS. And in the mycology, I would suggest that you just refer up to what particular things they have asked in the recent times a lot of questions regarding the medulla bodies which are found in this chromoblastomycosis and all. Okay, there were a lot of questions last year in the All India exam in JIPMER also regarding the beta 3 glucan assay which you do for CAP, that is Candidiasis aspergillosis and Pneumocystis cani. Okay. Another thing which can add to this is galactomannan test, and galactomannan test and all is done for this aspergillus and all. Need to remember this name okay. And if the aspergillus comes up, you already know that what is the characteristic feature of being called aspergillus one. It should have a septate hyphae and this acute angled one, that is 45 degree. That is a typical feature of this aspergillus, which is always found to be a favorite of examiner. And opposite of it, like non-septate hyphae and obtuse angle is of zygomycetes. Fine. So these are the important ones on which you can focus up. Obviously, in the mycology, you can remember up the dermatophytes, these all trichophyton, microsporum, epidermophyton. These are the important topics which you can look out in the mycology. Okay. And what they can do in that, they can give up the shape of them, microconidia, and they can ask up which particular dermatophyte it is. You know, na, like for trichophyton it is cylindrical in shape. Okay, for microsporum it is spindle in shape. For epidermophyton it is club shape or boot shape. So that picture they can give you, and they can ask up which particular dermatophyte you are suspecting of. And as such, all these tinea infections which are there in dermatophyte, the hot favorite of examiner, no doubt about that. Tinea versicolor and all those superficial skin infections, they also need to be remembered. Along with that, you can have a look over the mycetoma and all that. Okay, so basically I'm saying they are putting a lot of emphasis over the stains also, like mucicarmine stain was asked in one of the AIMS question. Okay, besides that, if they want to make an integrated type of question with medicine and all, they will put up a particular thing regarding the HIV and all, that they can find out this particular stain was used and which particular organism. That sort can also come. Okay, other than that, if we talk about the parasitology stuff, so parasitology stuff, you already know that in the protozoa one, the hot favorites of them is those Trichomonas vaginalis, Giardia lamblia, okay, Giardia lamblia, and Kala-Azar is hot favorite, and RK39 test, that is being asked again and again. Again, it can be asked, is a card test used for this. Drug of choice of Kala-Azar is a favorite question, again and again is being asked. That is the liposomal amphotericin B now for Kala-Azar. Okay, so Kala-Azar you need to have a look before going up. Besides this, another particular one which is favorite to them is coccidian parasites. They keep on asking up the questions regarding the coccidian parasites. What is the size of the oocyst? Which drug you will use for this particular one? There was question in a NEET exam also, in JIPMER also regarding the same. You use up for most of them cotrimoxazole. Okay, but for this cryptosporidium parvum, you use nitazoxanide. Okay, so this also need to remember. Another hot favorite which goes in pedia also, in medicine also, is toxoplasmosis. A lot of questions can come about toxoplasmosis. Along with that, plasmodium. Okay, plasmodium is always a hot favorite and all. And you can remember that a lot of questions can be asked regarding plasmodium. They can give you a picture of a banana-shaped gametocyte. They can give you a picture of band shapes they are seen in malaria and all. Okay, besides that, they can ask you regarding those Kawamoto techniques and all that. That is this particular Buffy code examination and all. Conditions they can ask you, that which prevents against Vivex, which prevents against falciparum. Regarding the life cycle of plasmodium, that can be a question which you can remember. Okay, so all these can be there in this particular one. Besides this, in the parasitology, in the helminthology section, okay, in which we talks about the various elements and all. Obviously one particular question is over the egg. Okay, they will show you up a picture and they will egg pick they will give you, and they will be wanting you to identify that. And obviously the drug of choices and all that can be asked, like for the cystosomes and all, you can use a praziquantel and all that. And mostly for the cystodes and all, it is albendazole, which is the drug of choice. And besides the nematodes also the same thing. So that you can remember up the drug of choice for them, and that particular egg shape that you can look out. Other than that, there was a question regarding the tinea saginata, tinea solium, scolix, that particular upper head, like how to identify them and all. Okay, so you need to remember all of them, and they are adequately discussed up in my app. I have a full 50 minutes rapid revision types of pictures I have discussed on those picture front, so that you can just revise it up at the last moment. That will give you an edge for sure regarding the egg shapes, regarding the various parasite shapes and all, and regarding the various image based questions and all. Okay, so that you need to remember. Other than that, what I think is regarding in virology, last time in the AIMS exam and all, they have emphasized more on the dengue stuff. They have asked a lot of questions regarding dengue, so you need to remember a lot of questions regarding this. And obviously the other arboviral diseases like Japanese encephalitis, KFD, chikungunya, they all need to be like remembered up properly. Hepatitis is always a hot topic. Hepatitis B, C, A, B. Okay, these all you need to remember. A, D, and E, all that. Along with that, HIV. HIV is always a hot favorite. So you need to remember a lot of things regarding HIV. So that also a quick revision of HIV stuffs you need to do. Besides that, in the virology section, these DNA viruses like human papillomavirus, molluscum contagiosum, parvovirus, these all they always have one or two questions from them. Okay, because Coxsackie virus is a hot favorite of them, so you can expect a question from there. Influenza, don't forget about influenza. Influenza can come. Along with that, those favorites in the pedia also and all, that is the mumps, rubella, and the most hot favorite is measles. Don't forget them. RSV. All these you need to have a look before going up. Okay. And obviously the hot favorite of today, that is the coronavirus. And this particular coronavirus will have a lot of questions. Okay, this time I suppose 3 to 4 questions easily will be there from the coronavirus. And as you know, guys, this is what coronavirus is: a single stranded RNA, positive sense, not a negative one. This is positive sense, single stranded RNA. And this particular genome of it is large. It is not a small genome, it is large in shape and size. Besides that, in the coronavirus, you need to remember this is not having a segmented genome. Okay, it is non-segmented, not like influenza which is segmented and all. This particular one is non-segmented, corona one. And obviously it's mainly an animal virus, but yes, several strains, like around 6, they infect the humans also. And the one which is causing a problem for us nowadays is the beta coronavirus. That is the beta coronavirus which cause which have changed, not I will say the problem, it have changed the lifestyle of ours. And this coronavirus basically is a beta coronavirus member, that you need to remember. Besides that, the disease which it does is, you already know, that is COVID-19. Okay, and virus term is this COVID-19, coronavirus disease 19. It was discovered in 2019, that's why. Okay, besides that, in this coronavirus stuff, you need to remember that it was being discovered, like it was been discovered, or you can say declared up as a pandemic on 11th March 2020 by the WHO. Okay, on this particular time period, it was like been declared as a pandemic. Fine. Besides this, a lot of things you are reading up regarding the coronavirus nowadays, this, that, and that. That's why I'm not going very much deep into this, that what happened and what not. So I'm just telling up the disease termed as COVID-19, and this is the version 2 of the SARS coronavirus. The SARS coronavirus, the previous one was there in 2002 and 3, but now after that, in between the MERS have come, Middle East Respiratory Syndrome virus, and now it have come again the second version of it, the SARS coronavirus 2, that is severe acute respiratory syndrome virus 2. Okay, so this particular one I called this COVID-19, and it was termed as a pandemic. On which date? This is an important question. This might come 11th March 2020. Okay. Besides this, regarding the coronavirus, you need to remember, as the name suggests, that there is acute respiratory syndrome in this particular one, and the features, clinical features, as you are knowing up from the relatives also what are the common features of it. Nowadays it's happening at a widespread scale in Delhi. So fever is one of the main features of it. Fever, cough, unproductive cough, along with dyspnea. These are the important features of it. Besides that, these atypical features are like loss of taste and all that, anosmia and all. They are also there, but the main ones is this only. Then you have all those viral stuffs like myalgia and all that. These all are there in this particular one. As per the microbiology part in this is concerned, okay, so obviously you know that which type of swabs you take here, the nasopharyngeal swab or the oropharyngeal swabs. These are to be taken up, and these particular swabs, when you take up, you put them into a VTM, and VTM is termed as what? Viral transport media. Okay, this is termed as what? Viral transport media. And viral transport media, they're commercially available nowadays in the market. You can have them from the market. You can order them, and at your particular site, means in the lab and all, or lab personnel can help you to collect up this VTM and all, and you can place up like what are the labs are doing up. They take the sample and they put it in the VTM, and if you don't want to process it that time, you can put it in the refrigerator, and later on you can process this particular sample. Okay, so nasopharyngeal swab, oropharyngeal swab, these are the famous ones which are being taken up nowadays, and it is being put in the VTM, and this particular VTM is termed as viral transport media. This is commercially available. Otherwise it is made from from the wheel. That wheel extract is there, albumin extract is there, from which it is being made. Along with that, you will add some like antibacterial drugs like gentamicin. Along with that, like amphotericin, antifungal and all, to make it selective for virus. So that's why it is this is a composition of VTM. They have these drugs along with the wheel infusion and all. Okay, so that particular one is a VTM which we use, and then obviously the investigation of choice, you know guys what it is. For this is RT-PCR. That is the investigation of choice. That is reverse transcriptase PCR, which is real time. And real time means that within 2 hours or within 1 to 1.5 hours you will have the results for this particular one. And you target up these particular genes. One is E gene and one is RD-RP gene here. One is E gene and one is RD-RP gene. This particular E gene, this is a sort of a screening. It tells up that this particular fellow belongs to the beta corona 1. And RD-RP, this RNA dependent RNA polymerase, this particular gene estimation in the sample, it is confirmatory. This particular one is confirmatory, and this is a short question which I am thinking up will come in the exam. Okay, so investigation of choice is real-time PCR, and it targets up 2 particular genes. One is E gene and one is RD-RP gene, which is termed as confirmatory here. Okay, so this you need to remember, and all those things I will not be telling again and again. What does you already have listened up so much that you should do the social distancing. Okay, you should like stay up at home. You should be in the isolation if you are finding any features of it. Okay, so that you already know. Washing hands, you should not touch your face and all. They all are easy to say rather than being done. Now, this particular thing you can have a look that which particular drug acts as which level and what is the main function of it. Okay, the first one is hydroxychloroquine, the drug which have made India king, but our own Indian scientists or some Indian doctors have put it down by giving up a false data in the Lancet and all, because of which it was being withdrawn up from the WHO trials. But now both those articles have been taken down and now it is again in the trials. Okay, but it's a very big loss to the world community that they have withdrawn up the trials on this, and the whole protocol changed because of those false articles. So hydroxychloroquine is a major drug. It have a role. A number of studies in India have proved up that it have a role. Like it have a role at the entry point only. It does not allow the fusion. Okay, it does not allow the fusion of that spike protein with these ACE2 this ACE2 receptors which are present over the various structures of the lung. Okay, the alveolar surfaces, this ACE2 is there, and ACE2 is present in a number of other sites also, not only over the lung surfaces and all. Okay, besides this, what is the function? How does it acts upon? It inhibits the glycosylation of this ACE2, first thing. Okay, another one is also inhibit the proteolysis of spike protein. S protein, it also inhibits the proteolysis and it also inhibits the glycosylation of ACE2. So one particular thing remember regarding hydroxychloroquine, it is an entry inhibitor. Fine, but guys remember this is a controversial role of it. Okay, the studies are showing up that it does not prevent up entry. Okay, but yes, as per the theoretical data and all, it inhibits the glycosylation of ACE2 and it inhibits the proteolysis of S protein, of the spike protein, which is there in that structure of that particular coronavirus. But this particular action of it, that is it inhibition of endosomal acidification, this particular one, this is the main action of it. Okay, because of which it is found to be highly effective. It inhibits the endosomal acidification. That is what it makes it alkaline. So this particular thing is the main role of hydroxychloroquine. Whereas we are talked about entry inhibitors, hydroxychloroquine, another drug is there, that is which I think can come in the exam. That is transmembrane protease serine 2 receptor inhibitor, that is termed as Camostat mesylate, and another one is Arbidol. So 3 drugs are there which said to be inhibiting the entry. Nothing is proved in corona regarding the drugs and all. So one is hydroxychloroquine, one is Camostat, and one is Arbidol. And the main function of hydroxychloroquine which you need to remember is regarding the inhibition of endosomal acidification. Fine. Then this is the first. Then the second thing to be remembered, I have told you about this gene also, which is confirmatory in the PCR, real-time PCR. For the RDRP inhibition, this particular protein inhibition, that can be done by 2 important drugs. One is remdesivir and one is galidesivir. These particular ones, they are inhibitors of this particular, you can say enzyme, you can say proteins, because it exists in various forms, RDRP. So this inhibition happens by this remdesivir and galidesivir. Second point. Third important point is, it does not, one drug is there, ivermectin, which like suddenly in the trials and all is found to be effective, which does what? It is an important inhibitor. It does not allow the entry into the nucleus. Okay, it does not allow to hijack the cell machinery. So that particular drug is ivermectin. So it is an important inhibitor. And for the cytokine storm and all, you need to give some antagonist 17-leukin-6 and all, and one of them is tocilizumab. These are the like various drugs which helps up to prevent up this cytokine storm. And that is tocilizumab. So tocilizumab is for the cytokine storm. Important inhibition, ivermectin. Ivermectin is an antiparasitic drug which you already know is used for what? Strongyloids stercoralis, and it is being used also for the onchocerca volvulus. Onchocerca volvulus, you know what it does? It does river blindness, okay, and onchocerciasis, obviously, okay, which is a onchocercoma. The skin nodules are there in that. Besides that, ivermectin is used for Strongyloids stercoralis, which is a favorite of AIIMS fellows. Again, I will tell you some points regarding that. Strongyloids stercoralis, that is having a pathogenetic property, okay, and the falciform larvae is the infective form there in that particular one. Besides this, that particular fellow shows that particular cutaneous larvae migrans. Okay, remember this is favorite of it. The name of that is larvae currents as such. Okay, in the case of Strongyloides cercoralis, for which this particular ivermectin drug is used. So all these are there which you need to remember regarding the ivermectin, and it is an important inhibitor, so it can come in this particular thing also for the coronavirus. Okay, guys, besides all these drugs actions and all, I am supposing that there will be a question regarding the donning and doffing. For sure there will be a question regarding the donning and doffing, so you need to remember that particular sequence in which donning is done and in which doffing is done. First thing. The second thing is which particular disinfectant is now being used up. Like famous, everybody knows it, 1% sodium hypochlorite. Okay, so that is the most common sanitizer which is being used up, is this only in the tunnels and all that stuff. 1% sodium hypochlorite, which is also being used for what? Our blood spills in the hospital. Okay, so that is another important one. Besides this, guys, in this, what else you can remember up? There might be a question regarding the filtration fractions and all. That is regarding the N95 mask and all. Okay, so you need to remember that some questions can come regarding the N95 mask. Can we reuse it? Yes, we can reuse it in the emergency purpose and all, because this is a pandemic, so a lot of requirement of PP and all is there, so you can use the N95 mask in the reusable form. Okay, so this also you need to remember. N95 surgical mask you can't reuse, you have to throw it after every use. Other than that, regarding the, you must have heard up in the PSM regarding the Kavach ELISA, which is being prepared by NIV, and that is what is we have weapon now for finding the seroprevalence in the community. Okay, so that particular name can be asked, that which particular ELISA is being used for the seroprevalence and all. The answer is Kavach ELISA. Remember that particular name. Arogya Setu app and all, that's already being discussed up. So, but a more very potent question that can come. Okay, Arogya Setu app and all that can come. Kavach ELISA can be a question. These sanitizer 1% sodium hypochlorite, obviously along with the 70% alcohol and all, that is, they are the effective sanitizers which are using up in day to day nowadays. Donning and doffing methods, that is needs to be seen up properly if you are going for the exam and all. And guys, along with that, you can find in the journal Microbiology that sterilization and disinfection part. Okay, sterilization and disinfection part, that also you can like have a look before going up, because questions, definitely 2 or 3 questions, I suppose 2 questions can come from this particular topic, sterilization and disinfection, so need to have a look. Besides that, that bacterial growth curve and all, they have a very potency to come up in the exam, and that you already know, that is lag, log, stationary decline. That particular phases you already know regarding the bacterial growth curve. Okay, and if you just have an overlook of all these topics only, the majority of questions of yours will be done. And I will suggest up, just before going up, please see up the image based section of my app, which is there in the prep ladder. Okay, you can just type up my name in the Google Play Store or Apple Play Store, and you can have that particular app, because in the free section I have put up that image based one, so that particular image based you can easily able to see up from that particular free section. And that particular 50 minutes video is there, that can fetch you around 2 to 3 marks easily. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. Very best of luck. Don't bother about those particular things which you can't change. Okay, just go with a cool head. Okay, obviously with the precautions and all, and very best of luck. Thank you so much.